Excuse me. Excuse me. Is this where we're filming the video?
Yes it is.
Hey folks. Hey folks, it's me, the Phantom of Haunted Hills. I'm out here in the pouring rain out at Camp Crystal Lake. Yes, I'm still on vacation. I stopped home real quick to make the last video. I had to get some more reefer. Nobody has any around here. So here we are at Camp Crystal Lake. Let me show you around. We're going to go to the camp where they have the camps. You may recognize some of this. Many people died here, either at the hands of Mrs. Voorhees or Jason himself. That's right. So I hope you're enjoying this tour. We're going to cross over this bridge coming up here. Look, we got rain on the camera. Hope it don't fuck it up. Look at this. This is where Jason appeared in the first film when he grabbed the girl at the end and pulled her into the lake. It's that area right there. Yes, believe it or not, it's true. Here we are on this wonderful tour. We're going to cross this bridge. They call it, after the Manowar song, Bridge of Death, since it is here at Camp Crystal Lake. Wow, this bridge is going on forever, huh? Maybe it's the never-ending bridge. Just as soon as you think you're getting closer to the end, it keeps going. What are we gonna do in such a situation? I don't know about you. I'm gonna go to my camper. Who's making all that noise? I'll give you some different views here of Camp Crystal Lake. As I said, there's various spots here, like this tree. You can see this tree here. Jason has put a big, huge machete through somebody and connected the guy to the tree. Yeah, that's the tree. I think that was in part 3. It's hard to remember all the kills going on there at Camp Crystal Lake. So here we are, we're getting closer. Yeah, we're getting closer to our cabin. This is where we've been staying. I've been staying. I thought I'd get some girls that are around here to hang out with me. No, that's not the case. I'm still a lonely loser like I was before coming to Camp Crystal Lake. Okay, can you see that? Look, we're getting closer now. There's our cabin. Yeah, that's where I'm staying. Let's go check it out. Now this cabin used to belong to the 7 dwarfs from Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. You'll be able to know that I'm telling the truth because look how small it is. Yeah, look at that. See how small it is? Let's back this camera up. Look at that. That's what they call one of them tiny houses. Well, here we are inside the cabin. Yes, I decided just to cut that real quick and come inside. Show you the place. It's not that big. Obviously, you saw the outside. And it used to belong to Snow White and the 7 dwarves, actually. Well, what do you say? We introduce Hambone? What's happening, Hambone? Are you drunk again? guy. And before we continue on with this special tour of Camp Crystal Lake, this is something I have for all you werewolves. All the werewolves out there. I don't know if you can see that. See that? It looks like a werewolf with someone's heart in his mouth. This is for the werewolf, very much like Larry Talbot, who doesn't want to be a werewolf. He'll do anything. Somebody help him stop being a werewolf. This is it. This magical cane. You unscrew the wolf head with the human heart in its mouth, and eventually it opens up, and it's a silver dagger. That's right. The werewolf can now stab itself in the heart, thereby ending its reign of terror on the townspeople. That's for Mr. Fred Astaire. Alright. Well, Hambone. I'm putting him to bed. Hold on a minute. Let me put him to bed. He's got a little cot. He's got a little cot over here. We'll just set him down. Good night, little Hambone. Sleep tight and sweet the dreams. Sweet the dreams, Mr. Hambone. Alright. So it's Friday the 13th celebration here. So what do we have to show you? Well, I guess we'll start off with this. His name was Jason. I don't know if you can see how good that is there. Can't tell here with this new camera I'm using. But, ooh, look at that. Thank you for purchasing this box set. Hey, alright. Hey, it even opens up. Is it a check? Look, it looks like it's a check. It is! For 13 cents? Come on, Voorhees family. What is this for? Citizen State Bank of Clara City, Lake Lillian Branch, Clare City, Minnesota. Admission price. This must have been a free ticket to the movie. And look how cheap it was back then. $5 maximum. Hey, next time a Friday the 13th movie comes out, I'm going to use this ticket. I'll use that free pass. I could use a nice trip to Minnesota. So we have here, we have disc 1. Disc 1, which is coming apart. We'll fix that later. And disc 2. I don't remember watching both discs, but yeah, it is, like it says here, 30 years of Friday the 13th. And what does the Phantom of Haunted Hill say about Friday the 13th? He says, thank you. We'll fix that later. Yeah, it's a documentary, The Men Behind the Mask, final cuts. We got some behind the scenes footage dragged from the lake, the Camp Crystal Lake, I can't read it, survival guide. I wish I would have watched that before coming here. And then we have my Friday the 13th box set. How close I can get this for you to see it. And what's awesome about this set, we have 1, 2, well, we got, how far does it? It goes up to part 8. So that's perfect for me because I only like the first 7. And I do believe part 5 is my #1 favorite one there. So as we open it up, we just got here what each disc has. Here we have the first one. And there's Amy Steele for part 2. Then we have a backing here. I don't know how close to get to this camera, so sorry folks. You should know by now that Phantom does not make good videos. Maybe if he ever learns the editing, if he ever has the time to do that. Then we have part 3 and the final chapter, Tom Savini's last special effects in the series. And we got back here, showing you some scenes. And I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna do something if it kills me. No pun intended. Of course, then we have part 5, A New Beginning, and then part 6, Jason Lives. I think The New Beginning's the one that's my #1 favorite. Where they're like at that, the one dude's like, yeah, this is it. The dude's like slow. I don't know how to describe him. You have to see the movie. Thank you. Then we have, of course, The New Blood, which was the one John Buechler directed, I do believe. Does it say here? Well, either way, I'm pretty positive he did direct that one. And then Jason Takes Manhattan, which if I were to watch this, I'd skip. So then we have Killer Extras. Yeah, that's right, Killer Extras. And well, look at what's in it. Killer Extras. Disc includes the Friday the 13th Chronicles 8-part featurette, Secrets Galore Behind the Gore 3-part featurette, Crystal Lake Victims Tell All. I guess it must be from the undead. Tales from the Cutting Room, Friday Artifacts and Collectibles, and Scary Trailers. This is probably the coolest disc out of all of them. So there you go. We're just going to leave a mess laying around because that's what we do here on Haunted Hill. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to try to edit this together here. The outside and the inside of my cabin here at Camp Crystal Lake. Man, if there's any werewolves around, I got some silver. It's not a bullet, but it's silver. We could give it a shot, right? And if Mrs. Voorhees wants to come in and kiss me all over the face again, what am I to do? Say no and lose my life? Alright folks, this is the Phantom of Haunted Hill saying, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, let's get this rolling here. The Phantom's whipping out the videos. Hit that little notification bell, ting! And you'll be told of upcoming videos here on the channel. That's right, hey, I got my own TV channel right here on YouTube. Hey, stay tuned. It's the only TV channel with no commercials. Underline no commercials. Alright folks, this is the Phantom of Haunted Hill saying toodly-doos.